especially for all the great learners out there. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to English This Way. I am Sir Jao, your Learning English buddy, and I guarantee you a day full of learnings and discoveries. Come and join me, get your pen and paper, start learning and loving English. Our topic for today is context clues. But before we begin, we must prepare our minds and bodies for the lesson. Listen attentively and enjoy the discussion as we learn more about context clues. Our objective for this video is that you use context clues to deduce the meaning of the word. Okay, let's start by giving the definition of context clues. Context clues are the hints that can be used by a reader to decipher the meaning of the new obscure words that are found in a sentence, paragraph, or passage. Example of the context clues is in a sentence is my friend is sometimes hasty when he does his homework. He does it too quickly and careless. As you can see, the word hasty is an unfamiliar word and the word too quickly is underlined. And we can define hasty as a synonym for too quickly and careless using the following sentence. We only use one rule in context clues, which is synonym. But there are many more rules that can be used, such as antonym, explanation, and example. This is the most frequently used rule in context clues. In the sentence, a synonym, a term having the same meaning, is employed. These are the three examples of synonym in a sentence. My opponent's argument is fallacious, misleading, plain wrong. As you can see, the meaning of the unfamiliar word, it can be seen in the last part of the sentence. And for number 2, the annual bazaar is scheduled for the last day of school. It's always a fun festival. Also, this one bazaar is an unfamiliar word, but if you look at the last sentence, it gives you the meaning of it. That charlatan, he cried, that absolute. Also for charlatan, we knew the meaning of this word is by just looking at it. The next rule is antonym. The meaning of a term is revealed by the word or group of words that have the opposite meaning. This is the example of it. Although some men are loquacious, others hardly talk at all. It's the same as the synonym. You look at the end of the sentence and you get the meaning of the unfamiliar word, like the next two examples. Next. The third one is explanation. The sentence or the one that comes before it defines the unidentified word. For example, in the first sentence, they discuss about team, a boy, and use an unfamiliar word to indicate that it's only about team. And the next word defines the unfamiliar word. And it also applied in the next two examples. Fluoroscopy is an example with a fluoroscope. It's becoming a regular practice nowadays. After giving the subject, they do adjective on what it does and lastly, the meaning of it. And it also goes to the last example. This Saturday, let's visit the Arboretum, a garden that is entirely dedicated to the exhibition of plants and trees. Last one is the example. It defines with reference to specific examples. For example, in a piscatorial creatures such as salmon, trout, and flounder live in the deepest part of the ocean. And the difference of this last rule, the first three rules, it gives example to define the meaning of the unfamiliar word. Instead of giving meaning, it gives example to identify it. I guess you are now ready to put into practice what you learned in our lesson. Let's proceed to our quick quiz. You may answer verbally or you may write down your answer. For the instruction of our quiz is to identify the meaning of the underlined word in a given sentence and determine the type of context clues used. Number 1. The girl who used to be very vociferous doesn't talk much anymore. Number 2. His pertinacity or stubbornness is the cause of the most of his trouble. And lastly, rather than be involved in the clandestine meetings, they did everything quite openly. Okay, are you excited to check your answers? Then let's do it. Number 1. The correct answer is antonym. Do you get it? Okay, let's proceed to number 2. The answer in number 2 is synonym. And for number 3, the answer is antony. And for the summary, context clues are hints that can be used by a reader to decipher the meaning of a new or obscured words that are found in a sentence, paragraph, or passage. It has 4 types. A synonym, or the word with the same meaning, is used in a sentence. Antonym is a word or group of words that has the opposite meaning, reveals in the meaning of an unknown term. Explanation is where the unknown word is explained within the sentence or in a sentence immediately preceding. And lastly, example is where specific examples are used to determine the term. So did you learn something today? Okay, that's great. Let's keep an eye on English this way and join me on a journey in a grade 8 English. Again, this is Sir Jao. Thank you for watching and listening.